Welcome back. It's art time class. Today I'm going to show you a little knitting. Let's get started. So someone asked me, can you knit? And I'm not very good at knitting, but I can do a little bit of knitting. So here's some knitting that I've done recently. On the 100th day of school, I dressed up as a old lady, like a 100-year-old lady. And this is what I knit during that day at school. And I haven't really worked on it since then, so I thought I might show you guys. So these are the knitting needles that I use. Knitting needles do come in different sizes. This is my smallest size of knitting needle that I have, and I could use this for different art activities, not just knitting. And then this is a crochet hook, and knitting needles and a crochet hook are very similar in that you can do yarn and you can make similar types of knots interwoven like this. But a crochet hook is a little bit different, so I wanted to show you guys that as well. So with a piece of string and a crochet hook, you kind of pull the string and like do a lot of twisting and knotting around. Like I would take that piece of string and then bring it back around this way, and then I might twist it around, grab that and bring it back around this way, and you can see it's starting to create a little chain right there, and then I'd bring this around. I think out of the two, crocheting and knitting, I prefer crocheting. And then with knitting, you can actually knit with more than just two needles. Like if you're doing a big open tube type thing, you would knit with like 3 needles or something. But there's lots of different things you can do with that. So with knitting, I like to hold this extra part here, all this extra stuff hanging down. And I like to have my free needle over here, and I'm basically transferring this onto this side, and then I'll rotate needles and then retransfer to the other side. So let me show you how I knit. And again, I'm not very good at it, but I'm just okay. I've got lots of things I could learn. Okay. So, and there's different techniques you can use. I like to come around from the bottom, and I bring my string up over, and then I pull this down, catching that string I just pulled over, and then I pull off that one link I went through. So there's one. Let's do some more. I can come through this side or that side. I think I'm going to do this direction. There we go. There we go. And it's like relaxing for me. Not everyone finds this relaxing. It is very repetitive. I will say that. It's repetitive. So I push this through and then come around like so. And again, I'm not the best at knitting. I have plenty of mistakes. Oh look, there's a mistake right there. As I said that, I think I jinxed myself. Let's see. There we go. All right. Let's continue. Kind of had to undo what I did, and this is why it's helpful to have an extra needle around. Let's feed that back through. Okay. There we go. Ahaha. I caught my mistake. Fixed it. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Getting close. Actually start pulling that down. Get that out of the way. I think this is the most simple of the knitting types of techniques. But again, I'm not a master at knitting. There we go. Here we go. Look, I'm almost at the end here. One more. And at this point, I usually like kind of fan it out, do a little visual check. If I can see like one loop is bigger than the other next to it, I'll try to like pull on it, loosen it up. And then I switch needle sides and start all over again. See, that's kind of looser right there. That one's kind of big. That's okay though. It's not meant to be perfect. It's just for fun. And this is how I knit. For those of you who were curious, because there were students that were curious, this is what I made. It took me maybe 5 minutes at most to do one layer of this, and you can make it as long as you want. I mean, that's why knitting needles are longer, because they'll, if you want to do a blanket, it's gotta be real long. You just go back and forth, back and forth. Whoop. A little extra shrink happening over here. What's going on? There we go. There we go. The needle is trying to go through the thread there. I don't want it to go through the thread. I think I'm getting a little faster. Yeah, that's pretty normal for me. I usually start out a little slow and then I'll start getting faster and faster. Look, there's a mistake right there. I can get rid of that mistake. Here we go. And there's 2 layers of knitting. So here's like some cool mistake I had earlier. The bottom is just like, I don't know if y'all can see that. That's all messed up down here. There's like this weird big loop over here at the side. I don't know what was going on with that. But I like crochet more. So I take my crochet hook and I usually, let's see, it's been a while, like wrap it around twice. And I'll take this one and feed it through there. Like that. Let's see here. Let's get this going. There we go. Make like a little bit of a chain. Here we go. Got a little bit of a chain going. Here we go. I'm starting to remember. And then once you have the desired length that you want, you like flip this over and then you feed it through that chain. Let's see, right? Let's feed it through this one. Tie that, and you like through both of these. Take both of these through here. Let's see. Ah! Can't get it through. Here we go. And it like builds the shape. I thought it was easier to do more sculpture type weaving with crochet hook, and that's what I prefer. So not to blanket and shirts and socks. Like those are really cool. I really admire people who can make big blankets and socks and sweaters and stuff. I prefer sculpting with yarn. I think it's easier to make sculptures with a crochet hook. Here's like, it looks like a little smiley face or something starting to grow here. I can take this. Here, just keep going. I could just keep going. This is just fun for me at this point. Let's see, let's do an extra thing here. Start bringing it back on this side. So again, it's a lot of repetitive motion. You bring your string around, feed it through. It's like just an intricate knotting, looping, threading type motion. Yeah, that's crocheting. And then unraveling it is always really fun. Well, I hope you got to see what you were looking for, a little bit of knitting and a little bit of crocheting. Till next time, class, keep being creative.